Thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also be sure to follow me on these other social media platforms. Links are in the description below. Alright, not just have not fans, not Pokemon, Dragon Ball, if loving you is wrong. This is a video for everyone. Just a quick video here, and I wanted to do something to make it more personal on the channel. Just wanted to answer like the top 5 questions that I get from the viewers on the channel, whether it be on, a comment, live stream, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just wanted to go through a few questions with you all. Nothing apocalyptic here, but some of these questions I actually answered in previous videos, so I actually wrote down the top 10, but 6 of them I automatically scratched off. But number 5, when people ask me, I know you're a Dragon Ball fan, Goku or Vegeta? Vegeta, hands down. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. The fact that he's had a lot of character development, I just relate with the anti-heroes a lot more in life. Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, Vlad Masters, Vlad Plasmius from Danny Phantom, Power Rangers Time Force, Eric Myers, the Quantum Ranger. Just those people who aren't good guys nor bad guys, the one that kind of walk the line, the ones that aren't afraid to speak their mind, because I was like a soft-spoken child in terms of not really expressing how I felt. It wasn't until maybe my second year of college when I got a strong sense of sarcasm. Like, I was public speaking since I was 8. And on stage, that side of me was there, but I never really translated that into my real life to kind of quit back at people who would just throw, insults or whatever at me. But then I developed that as I got older, so yeah, always looked up to the anti-heroes. Not to mention, Vegeta's just more badass. Kind of like, as a kid, I loved the White Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But then as I grew older, yeah, the Green Ranger was way more badass. So yeah, Vegeta, Team Vegeta. Number 4 here. 5 seasons of Power Rangers, top 5. Did I do a video on that already? I don't believe I have. Shoot, I don't have a particular order, but I'll go ahead and just name out. And this is tough because RPM, Power Rangers RPM, In Space, Time Force. Dang, this is a tough one. Dino Thunder. And believe it or not, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers actually is not my favorite season, because looking back, there's just way too many fillerish episodes. The Rangers were goody goods. The Green Ranger, Green with Evil, hands down, like one of the best mini arcs in the entire Power Rangers franchise. But it wouldn't make my top 5. Theme song itself, I mean, if it was a theme song list, my God, it would probably be like number 1, if not within the top 3. Shoot, Jungle Fury was actually pretty good. Yeah, so RPM, In Space, Time Force, Dino Thunder, Jungle Fury. That's hard, guys. There's just way too many seasons I want to put up there. Number 3. Who is my favorite have and have nots lady? Shoot, that's a tough one. I'm probably going to say Maggie Day. The fact that we know for a fact she loves Chocolate Brothers, long legs, blonde. I can't say anything else. I mean, this is tough too. You got like Melissa, Erica, Amanda, but I mean Maggie Day. I just love the fact she's smart, sexy, and sophisticated. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Amanda was the reason I got into the show. She was my crush. But on the other side of that, it's kind of like, well, she did run around with guns, stab somebody in the back, literally. And I think crazy is a bit sexy, but there's a difference between sexy and, okay, this bitch is really going to kill me. So, yeah, I think Maggie Day would be my favorite lady from the haves and the have-nots. Then we go on to number 2. What is my favorite season of the haves and the have-nots? And I've said this in actually a lot of my recent videos. I talked about how seasons 1 and 2 were really when I felt the show was at its prime. Season 3 got really good now, but I felt like season 3 was like the real introduction of things being dragged out a bit too long. We saw that briefly in season 3, but when we got to season 4, it became very obvious that the show was becoming a snore fest because a lot of fans stopped watching, and it was like, man, what's the point? It's just like the same people talking to each other for 10 minutes about something, and then we go over to somebody else, and maybe only one or two scenes were actually relevant. But I can't even decide between season 1 and 2. I think I said it in a video before that season 2 was probably my favorite. But yeah, I feel like season 2 is number 1, with season 1 being a close number 2. So yeah. And then we get to question number 1. Why am I still single? I get that a lot. And I'm not going to lie. Once again, being a work from home entrepreneur, hustler, whatever you want to call it, I just don't get out a lot. I realize that now. It really is kind of, it is kind of my fault. I don't really put myself out there, but it's like one of those things when you've been put it this way. I kind of look at my singleness kind of like how when I quit my job, because I applied to a lot of other jobs before, choosing YouTube, obviously. But I would always get, the no. I mean, technically it is rejection, but I just wasn't the one chosen for that position, whatever the case may be, whether it be a different department at Liberty University, a place in Lynchburg that needed someone with communication degree, whatever it is, like head of advertising or something along those lines. But I just got tired. I think that's what really kept me there for a few more months. I'm like, dang, it's like I really don't have a plan of how to get out of here. It's like, how long I'm going to be living this life of mediocrity in a call center going nowhere? And then eventually YouTube happened because it was something I was working on without really thinking about it. Transitioning over to my relationship life, which is non-existent, a lot of the girls I was hanging out with, obviously not at once, but there would be girls who would come into my life, and for maybe a couple of months, it seemed like things were going well, but for whatever reason, whether it be communication was bad, or we both wanted different things, or lack of maturity on their part, it just never worked out. We never clicked, or they chose someone else. And that rejection, that's why I rarely put myself out there. So I just tend to just keep to myself. So I'm aware of my flaws. I'm stubborn. I mean, despite having a communications degree and public speaking since I was 8, I'm not always the best at translating my feelings to others when it comes to, romance and stuff like that, even though I am a softie, write poetry and all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I just haven't found the right one. I guess it's the best way to sum it up. Who can put up with me? So that's it. So guys, just a fun video, top 5 questions that people have asked me about my life. And yeah, let me know, are there any other questions that you would like me to answer? If I get enough good questions, I might do like another top 5 or top 10 in the future. So with that being said, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you all soon.